Hey there, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. Welcome to the full moon video for the full moon in Virgo. It's happening at 7:40 a.m. Eastern Time Zone here in the U.S. For you, it could be happening either on the 7th or the 8th. So I put a time zone calculator in the description box below. It is happening at 16 degrees, which is putting it in trine with Uranus in your sign. Uranus was in your sign when this full moon was seeded as a new moon back in September, on September 21st, sorry, September 7th, 2021. Jeez Louise, I can almost talk. So those two were in trine then, they're in trine now. So this is really important energy. This is a nice flow of energy. So thinking back to what it was that you were thinking about then, and it's kind of like what were you trying to manifest or create at that time? And it is kind of like a full moon is the releasing and the letting go, but it's also the elevating into the next stage of something. And so, wow, okay. Okay, let's go. This is okay. So, you have the Devil card. It's called Mischief. It is a card that you have been invited over the past year and a half, and to continue on this journey of figuring out. It feels like codependencies, and it feels like what works for you and what doesn't work for you, what has value, what is in your integrity, and what is not. And so I'm actually going to jump into the book on this. Don't become a slave to others' ideas of what is right or wrong. You should always maintain flexible and adaptable to change. Life sometimes has an ironic way of unfolding. If we lose our sense of humor, we may become discouraged by life's challenges. It is valuable to nurture the ability to discern between what really matters and what is not to be taken too seriously. That's interesting for Devil energy. Okay, so where are you now? Well, you have the Phoenix rising from the ashes, so you're doing okay. But it is surrender to the change. In order for the Phoenix to rise from the ash, you have to let something go. You have to allow a cycle to complete. This full moon is definitely inviting you to complete a cycle. You have the reflection and non-judgment of the Lady of the Mirror. So let's talk about this. The Lady of the Mirror reminds you that what you need to heal, someone is brought to you that reflects that to you. Sometimes they bring the healing energy, and sometimes they're like, hey, you need to take a look at this. So if you're someone who's very harsh and judgmental, you may find yourself in a relationship with someone who's harsh and judgmental, because it points out to you how difficult of an energy that is to be in and around, right? Since we have this card here, it kind of feels like it could be something like that. Could be on the job. It could be in a friendship. It could be in a partnership. It's kind of that situation. So what you have been learning over the last year and a half, while the North Node has been in your sign, is that what do you want reflected back to you in the world? And so there is an opportunity for you to make the choice now, to decide, to let go of what does not work for you, what does not serve for you, and allow yourself to surrender to the change, and then to rise like the Phoenix, right? To allow that, because where you're at in this cycle journey, whether the next steps here, it's overcoming your fears and allowing a situation to end. You have the coming apart. And so I do think that for many of you, there is a fear around releasing yourself from, could be a friendship, it could be a relationship with a family member, could be a partnership. But there's very heavy energy around an interpersonal relationship coming here. The other thing that could be happening, though, is that it is an aspect of you. There's something that you have always held to be a truth, something that you always thought that you wanted the world to see you as, this is who I am, and you're realizing that may or may not really be the truth of who you are. And so you may be putting out into the world an image, but it doesn't reflect the soul of who you are. And this coming apart would be facing your fears, to say, you know what, I'm going to pick up Excalibur, my sword of truth, and I'm going to stake my claim that this is who I am, this is where I belong in the world, and this is what I want. And when you do that and you surrender like the phoenix, you will rise. You will no longer be chained to what you think other people expect you to be, but instead you get to be who you are. And so this could be something that happens completely independent of a relationship. It could be a big systemic change in your life. It may end up changing where you want to live, where you want to work, how you want to work, you know, who are your friends, what do you want to do for fun. You may find yourself undergoing this massive change because at this time of the full moon, we also have Saturn moving into Pisces on the same day, an hour later. And so actually it moves in 55 minutes later, which is interesting. I hadn't thought of that before, but 55 is change, and then 5 plus 5 equals 10. That's the wheel of fortune turning. And so this is a big energetic shift that is happening. And it's in the energy of choice. Pisces is in the energy of choice and decision making around, if you are Taurus rising, around groups and group activities, but that, you know, networking and associations, like more expanded like group settings. That doesn't necessarily mean that you are Taurus rising, but wherever in your life you're feeling this need to split apart from a situation, to overcome your fears, and to allow yourself to put out into the world the truth of who you are, the authenticity of who you are. And so there's a big dynamic change going to happen. And in what is it, October 25th or 28th, somewhere around there, there is the final eclipse in Taurus, full moon eclipse. And so this is another step along the way, step along the path. And I don't think that this energy right here, this phoenix rising from the ashes, this surrendering, the more you surrender now, the more you, with ease and grace, you're going to step into this whole new way of being at the end of the year. You're still on the North Node journey, right? That's continuing. Even though the North Node is moving into Aries in June, you still have an eclipse coming. And so you're in this shadowy borderland area of the in-between stage of the I'm not that anymore and this is who I'm becoming. And I think that full moon eclipse that happens in your sign in October is the unveiling of the new you. Like, here I am, world. But now, right now with this full moon, it's the willingness to overcome your fears and to let go of either this vision that you had for yourself and how your life was going to go, or a vision that others had and you've been trying to attain it, to be what everybody else wanted you to be. And instead, who are you? And really figuring that out and allowing yourself the space to move. Well, look at this. You have truth in all things. It is the truth of who you are that wants to come through. And you have clear out the old. The truth in all things and clear out the old. The more authentic you are to yourself and what really matters to you, the clearer you can get on that, and the more courage you have to step into the person that you always were. It's like an onion that's getting peeled back and back to the core of who you are. And it's vulnerable, and it's difficult, and not everybody's going to be cheering you along the way. The important thing is that you cheer yourself on the way. Because trust me, whatever vibration you put out into the world, you draw and attract that vibration back to you. And so if you're stepping away from something that doesn't really resonate in the heart of who you are going to find the situation and those that believe in you and want to help you and guide you along the way and work with you and be in your life in who you are. You know, sometimes we think we have to be a certain way, and we try to cram ourselves into this little mold, and we never really feel at ease, and we always feel like imposter syndrome. We don't really feel like we're who we think we're going to be, right? We feel like everybody, when they're telling us how great that we are, Because we're really great at pretending to be whatever it is that they think we're going to be. But inside we're like, I'm not really that great because I'm just pretending. And the release and the relief and the joy that comes from just being who you are, the unshackling, the devil card, the unshackling of other people's expectations so that you making the choice and decision to be who you are, the freedom and the beauty and the joy that comes with that is unparalleled. Truly. And look, you have the unicorn. Invite serendipity. Be willing to be unique and to be who you are. And the invite serendipity means that when you choose to be authentically who you are, you will find what you need to keep on going on that path. You will be carried along, and you have this dragon that looks like a phoenix rising from the ashes. You could see the fire, and he's all rainbowed up, but he looks like a phoenix. Begin your life new. Oh, that's not what it says. It says begin your new life. But I'm going to go with what I read because it said begin your life new. Begin again. Surrender to the change. You have a new beginning, a powerful new beginning waiting for you. Let go of things that are not authentic to you and your heart's desire. Follow the path of joy. Follow the path of your truth. And who and what you need will show up in your life. That's that invite serendipity. That's when you say to Spirit, hey, look, I'm going to step out on this path and I'm going to do the thing that matters to me. And I know and I trust that you'll bring to me what it is I need. You have blue tiger's eye. It is easy for me to see beyond the obvious. I focus on my own sacred path. My own sacred path. It's what you want. It's who you are that matters. So this calms the mental chatter and clears confusion. It takes steps to gain a new perspective on life and increase your emotional balance. Blue tiger's eye would really, that is the card of the throat chakra, your truth. Your truth matters. I think that was a title I just had on a Taurus video not that long ago. Your truth matters. What is true and authentic for you? It's time to step up and step into the world and stand in your truth and your authenticity, and everything else will fall into place. It's a really beautiful little stone. It is, and you can't really see it, but there's like gold that shoots through it. That makes the iris of the eye. It is easy for me to see beyond the obvious. I am focused on my own sacred path. And in my own sacred path, I rise like the phoenix. All right? Great reading, guys. I'm really happy for you. I'm on Facebook, pretty much every day. Storms have been messing that up. But I do want to ask you to hit the thumbs up and to like and share. If you like video content on YouTube that is that 10 to 45 minutes, your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscribes is what's going to indicate to YouTube that everybody's not just wanting shorts or not wanting videos, like full-length movies, right? That you guys like this length of content, and unless you guys take action to let them know, they aren't going to believe it. So it's up to you. All right, you guys take great care. I'll talk to you soon.